This is the CEO in the mailroom. A story of a high-stakes false accusation, a security intervention that went viral, and the moment a corporate bully realized she just fired her own boss. Have you ever been judged solely on how you look? Today, we're diving into a confrontation so dramatic it shifted the power dynamic of a multi-million-dollar firm in under 60 seconds. We've all heard of the undercover boss, but what happens when the boss isn't undercover by choice? He's just new, and the people working for him have no idea who he is? Today's case involves Marcus Vance. At 28, Marcus was just named the interim CEO of Sterling Logistics. But on his first day, he decided to do something different. He didn't walk in the front door with a parade of assistants. He wore a hoodie, jeans, and went to the basement mailroom to see how his company actually functioned from the ground up. But there was one person standing in the way of his vision. Linda, the head of floor operations, a woman known more for her ego than her efficiency. What happens next isn't just a misunderstanding. It's a masterclass in why you should never judge a book by its cover. It's 8:15 a.m. Marcus is in the mailroom, helping an overwhelmed clerk sort through a backlog. Enter Linda. She's looking for a missing package, a high-priority delivery for the new CEO. She sees Marcus. She doesn't see a CEO. She sees a drifter who doesn't belong. Linda, what are you doing touching those files? I don't recognize you. You're not on the staff list for this floor. Marcus tries to stay calm. He tells her he's just helping out. But Linda isn't having it. In her mind, the only reason a young man in a hoodie is in a secure area is because he's a thief. The tension spikes when Linda notices Marcus's high-end watch, a gift from his late father. She screams, "That's it. You stole that from the executive suites, didn't you?" She doesn't wait for an answer. She hits the silent alarm. Comment below. Have you ever been treated differently because of what you were wearing? I want to hear your stories. And if you want to see more stories where the underdog comes out on top and the truth finally comes to light, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Also tell us where you are watching from. Within 2 minutes, 2 armed security guards burst into the mailroom. This is where the viral loop begins. Linda is hysterical, pointing at Marcus, claiming he's a dangerous intruder who assaulted her verbally and stole company property. The guards, who are used to Linda's authority, immediately pin Marcus against the wall. Now, think about the stakes here. Marcus could have ended it. He could have shouted, "I'm the boss." But he didn't. He wanted to see exactly how deep this rabbit hole went. He wanted to see if the security team followed protocol, or if they followed the bias of a loud manager. But wait, it gets worse. As they're searching Marcus, Linda grabs his phone and throws it across the room, shouting that he was probably filming his crimes. She had no idea that the phone was already live-streaming to the board of directors as part of a scheduled day 1 check-in. While Marcus is being detained in the basement, the board of directors is sitting on the 40th floor, watching the entire confrontation on a 100-inch screen. They see the bias. They see the physical aggression from Linda. And they see their new CEO being treated like a criminal in his own building. Suddenly, the elevator dings. It's the CFO, Mr. Henderson. He's been sent down to clear things up. When Henderson walks into the mailroom, Linda is smug. She says, "Mr. Henderson, thank God you're here. I caught this thief red-handed. I've already called the police." Henderson looks at Marcus, then looks at the guards holding him. The silence in the room is deafening. "Linda, let him go." "Now." "Linda, but he's a criminal." Henderson, "Linda, meet Marcus Vance, the man who signed your paycheck this morning, and the man who is currently deciding if you still have a job." This is the moment the power shift happens. The look on Linda's face? It wasn't just shock. It was the realization that her career was ending in real time. Marcus straightens his hoodie, picks up his cracked phone, and looks at the security guards. He doesn't fire them, not yet. He asks them one question. Did you follow the evidence, or did you follow her voice? This is what Justice Scope is all about. It's about the systemic bias that allows people like Linda to weaponize security against those they deem lesser. Marcus turns to Linda and says, "You weren't worried about the company's safety. You were worried about your status. You saw someone who didn't fit the profile, and you tried to destroy them. In this company, we value character over clothes. On the spot, in front of the mailroom staff who had been bullied by Linda for years, Marcus relieved her of her duties. Not because she made a mistake, but because of the malice behind the mistake. This story went viral after the mailroom clerk uploaded his own footage of the event. It became a symbol of viral justice. But the real lesson here goes deeper than a satisfying ending. Marcus Vance didn't just fire a bad manager. He restructured the entire security protocol of Sterling Logistics to ensure that presumed guilt would never happen again. He turned a moment of personal humiliation into a movement for corporate reform. The lesson is simple. The way you treat people who can do absolutely nothing for you tells the world exactly who you are. Linda saw a mailroom worker. She should have just seen a human being. If you think Marcus handled this the right way, hit that like button. This helps us spread the message of truth and justice to more people. And if you want to see more stories where the underdog comes out on top and the truth finally comes to light, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for Justice Scope. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were Marcus? Would you have fired her on the spot or given her a second chance? I'm reading all your comments. I'll see you in the next one. Stay vigilant.